So I guess our world heavyweight champion Trevor Murdoch is starting to find out what it truly means to be the NWA champion, isn't he? Yeah, all the honeymoon period's over, isn't it? All the people that were patting you on the back and high-fiving you and saying, "Congratulations, champ, we knew you could do it." All of that has kind of gone by the wayside now, hasn't it? It's died down. And now you've found out what it truly means to be the NWA World Champion. It means you are the world's largest walking, living, breathing target. Mike Knox got a hold of you tonight, didn't he? He beat the dog out of you in a steel cage. I saw it. Man, that was brutal. That was brutal. Wow. He did a number on you. Man, there's no way you're 100% now, Trevor Murdoch. No way. There's no way you're 70% after that beating. But you're the NWA World Champion, aren't you? That means you can't take time off. You can't take 6 weeks to rehab something. You got to fulfill your commitments. You're the NWA World Champion. You got to show up. Well, your next commitment is December 1st in St. Louis against Atilla Kahn. And you know what's ahead of you because you know Atilla Kahn very well. You've been radio silent about it. You haven't really mentioned him a whole lot, but deep down you know Atilla Kahn very well. You know that back when you were being trained by the greatest of them all, Harley Race, Atilla Kahn was right there being trained too. And even though you were the one that got all the plaudits, you were the one that was, everybody said you were going to be the man, you were going to be the one to make it, even while all of that happened, it was Atilla Kahn that was beating you up and leaving you laying in arenas all across the Midwest just 2 decades ago. And sometimes it wasn't even in the arena. Sometimes he was beating you up and leaving you laying in locker rooms all over the Midwest. Once or twice, he beat you up and left you laying on the side of the road when y'all had to pull the car over, driving to town, because he had to teach you a lesson. And you know that's what's ahead of you now. You see, Atilla Kahn has a personal vendetta against you. Atilla Kahn cannot stand you, Trevor Murdoch. I don't really have anything against you. I don't really have anything against you. Well, not yet anyway, but Atilla Kahn does, and Atilla Kahn is coming to hurt you. And I want to make sure you understand that, because I haven't really heard you reference it, so I'm not sure you get it. So I want to make sure you understand exactly what's ahead of you on December the 1st. Atilla Kahn is coming to hurt you. Yes, he wants to be the heavyweight champion of the world, but the main reason he wants to be the world heavyweight champion is because you are the one that currently has it, Trevor Murdoch. He wants to take it away from you to prove to you what you should have learned 2 decades ago, that he's the better man and he's superior to you. Now that puts you in a rough spot, doesn't it, Trevor? Because you got to think of some real heavy things right now. Some things that go beyond just professional accomplishments and world titles. You got to think about what the next 40 or 50 years of your life is going to be like physically. I mean, I know you're a blue-collar dude. You like to do things with your hands. You like to, if there's a job to be done around the house, you like to pick up the boards and the hammer and the nails and do it. If something's got to be fixed on the car, you're going to be the one right under the hood doing it. You have lived your life on your physicality, so what's it going to be like when you're hurt so bad after December the 1st that you might not be able to walk, or you might not be able to move around, or you might not be able to hold your head up? What's that going to be like? That's what's ahead of you. And you're not even 100%. Now, Trevor Murdoch, I am a reasonable man, unlike Atilla Kahn. So I'm willing to give you an out. I'm willing to give you an opportunity to avoid the mother of all beatings. If you think what Mike Knox did to you is bad, Atilla Kahn's got something far worse in store. So I'm going to give you a chance to back out of it. I'm going to give you an opportunity, Trevor Murdoch, to avoid December the 1st. Not show up. You don't have to show up. You don't have to make the town. You don't have to go to the building. You can avoid the beating. Now, of course, if you do that, you do lose the World's Heavyweight Championship. That would be considered a forfeit. And on a forfeit, Atilla Kahn would be the new NWA World Champion. But you would avoid extreme physical discomfort for the rest of your life. Now, you can You can FedEx the 10 pounds of gold to us. That's just fine. That's fine by me. Atilla Kahn would still become the world heavyweight champion. I would still manage the world heavyweight champion and become insanely rich by dominating the industry. And you get to survive. Everybody's happy. So the ball's in your court, Trevor Murdoch. What are you going to do? Because you can rest assured of one thing. Atilla Kahn and Travis Cook are going to be there in St. Louis December the 1st. And one way or the other, whether it's by forfeit or whether it's beating you to the point that you can't even respond and you can't even get out of that building under your own power, Atilla Kahn is going to be the world champion one way or the other.